quesadillas can be a fun and simple way to cook a quick Mexican dish, perfect for a meal or a snack. Hello, my name is Noah Tiefenthaler, and I will teach you how to make cheese quesadillas. Cheese quesadillas are an easy food to make that take around 5 minutes, depending on how hot your stove is. Here are the materials that you are going to need to make cheese quesadillas. You will need tortillas, cheese, a pan, a stove, a knife or a pizza cutter to cut the quesadillas once they are finished, and a spatula. Depending on how you serve your quesadillas, you may also want a plate. First thing that I am going to do to start making the quesadillas is I'm going to turn on the stove to heat the pan. The pan has already been preheated, so it will not take long to get heated again. There. Now that we have that going, the second part of making quesadillas is to take out 2 tortillas and then take out the cheese and sprinkle it on one of the 2 tortillas. Depending on how cheesy you want your quesadillas, the amount of cheese differs. For this quesadilla, I'm going to put on a fair amount of cheese. That looks good. Now the next part is to put the other tortilla on top of the tortilla that has cheese on it. Now here you have your uncooked quesadilla. So now that my stove has already been preheated, we want to test to see if it's hot enough. The way to test it is to take some water, put it on your hand, and sprinkle some on the pan. If it sizzles, then you know it's ready. As you can see, it just sizzled, so we know that it's ready. So put the quesadilla over the spatula and then set it on the pan. Now we are going to want to be looking for a nice golden brown on that quesadilla. So while we're waiting, I'll tell you about some of the stuff about quesadillas. Quesadillas are a Mexican food that can usually be found in Mexican restaurants. I'm just cooking a normal cheese quesadilla, but you can also put on some salsa, chicken, or other toppings or condiments in or on your cheese quesadilla. Anyway, let's see if it has that nice golden brown that we're looking for. Almost, but we don't quite have it yet. Also, for cheese quesadillas, I used this 4-cheese Mexican that has some Monterey Jack, cheddar, queso quesadilla, and Austriado cheese in it. Now let's see if it has that golden brown that we're looking for. Yep, looks like we have it. So put the spatula under, lift up the quesadilla, and flip it over. There, that's what a good quesadilla should usually look like. Anyway, also for the tortillas that I'm using for this quesadilla, I'm using some Mission flour tortillas. The second side usually does not take quite as long as the first side to get done because it is heated more when you put the second side down. Now let's see if it has a nice color to it. That looks good. The top side and the bottom side usually look different. So now that we have that done, turn off your stove and then set the pan on a different part of the stove to cool it down. Now that we have it finished, you should cut it up. You take your pizza cutter or knife and cut it depending on how small you want your quesadilla slices to be. Now we have one side cut in half. Now we do the others. voila! We have a finished quesadilla. Now let's put it on the plate and see if it passed the taste test. I will have my sister Hannah taste it to see if she likes it or not. Yum! Looks like she thinks that it's delicious. Well, anyway, I hope that I've shown all of you that making quesadillas are a simple way to make a quick meal or snack. Thank you. Are there any questions?